Are you a rule breaker or a conformist on LinkedIn? Well, I think it pays to be a bit of both. But today, I want to talk to you about breaking the rules rather than conforming to the ones that everybody expects. Now, as we all know, leadership on LinkedIn is becoming less and less visible. Partly that's because of the algorithm, partly that's because of AI, and there are other factors in play as well. But today I just want to show you a few things about breaking the rules that I think that you might find useful. The first is the reason why people don't break the rules, why they do stick to the tried and true. And it's mainly around fear of standing out, fear of making mistakes, and fear of criticism. Well, that's more of a self-development issue, isn't it, really, rather than anything that LinkedIn can fix. But I do think that in the current age, video is such an important part of leadership these days, and also part of being seen. So it's all about visibility, and I don't think we can afford to let fear hold us back. But there are old playbooks that focus on safety, and you'll still see those around and people saying that's what you need to do. But I beg to differ. The new playbook is all about visibility and credibility. In the age of AI, we need to be authentic and trusted. How do we do that? By being visible, showing up on video, and sharing good quality content like thought leadership. This is the new way of building relationships on LinkedIn and off. So I think that we need to take a look at the new playbook. This is all about authenticity, and here I'm not talking about those highly produced videos you often see on YouTube, because we all make mistakes and it's not very real, is it, to have those highly polished, high production value videos, when really we just want to share our ideas. Also, it's beyond the budget of many of us, but all of us can sit in front of a camera on Zoom or our phones and record ourselves, because it's important to remember that mistakes don't make you look weak, they just make you look human, and that's what authenticity is all about. It's not perfection, it's showing up as you. However, it's important to keep in mind too that consistency has a role to play here, because if you just show up once and have a great big success with your video but never follow it up, you'll be just a one-hit wonder. Nobody wants that. That doesn't bring in business over time, but being consistent does. How do you do that? By making sure you are sharing good quality content on LinkedIn on a regular basis. That might be twice a week, it might be 4 times a week, or even more. But you need to show up here consistently, because LinkedIn is a long game. It's a marathon, not a sprint. A really good way to build your own visibility is by building others. This goes back to the giver's gain, or the sharing and giving idea, where you talk about your colleagues, people that you work with, perhaps, or even your employees and staff members. If you build them up, then they will help build you. So sharing their voices and making sure that you amplify their content is a really good way to highlight other people. And this also builds trust, because you're doing something for somebody else. We need to stay top of mind with people, and that's not necessarily always easy in a busy world. And so we need, again, to show up consistently, but we also need to tell people who we are and what we do on a regular basis. This is very easy to forget, but I think that with our LinkedIn profiles, we need to keep updating them. When we have a new role or a new achievement, a new testimonial, recommendation, or we've achieved a project, I think that we should be updating our LinkedIn profile and then telling the world about it. There are the right ways to do this and the wrong ways, of course, but I'm sure you don't need me to tell you that. You'd be surprised at how many people in your network are hidden ambassadors. These are the people who talk about you in really positive terms that you very rarely hear about. One way to do that, though, is to find out, is to ask people, how did you hear about me, when someone reaches out to connect? And often you'll get a name of somebody or somewhere that you have been mentioned you might not know about. So make sure that you look after those ambassadors when you find them. Treat them well and let them know that you value how they are helping you, because those are the people who will ultimately bring you in business referrals. Of course, any discussion like this would not be complete without talking about AI and how it can support leaders. Now, I use it regularly, well, daily, if I'm honest, and use it for multiple different tasks. Of course, I was a bit anti it at the beginning, like a lot of people, but now I really see the value in it, and it is helping me to repurpose content from our events on a regular basis. It also helps me to tidy up my posts where I might have made errors, or articles where it doesn't flow properly. I think making sure our content is suitable for semantic search or follows semantic search protocols, it makes a lot of sense, particularly when it's a long form content and therefore visible off LinkedIn. A lot of what we put on LinkedIn is only visible within LinkedIn itself. So make sure that you are on the AI journey. It's a long one. I don't think anybody's going to finish it anytime soon, but see how it can help you in your raising of your visibility and supporting you. Leadership credibility in 2025 is all about courage plus authenticity plus consistency. Now, some of or all of what I've said here may be of use to you. Some of it might just simply not be doable. But do have a think about how you can use LinkedIn better to improve your visibility and your authenticity to build trust. So what rules will you be rewriting?